Hello, this is Beat After Beat, Bio Mondaze. How is everyone doing today? 17 rocking degrees here in the Motor City. It's supposed to be down to 4 degrees, 3 degrees tonight here in Southeast Michigan. Thank you all for showing up. Bio Mondays. Been busy with physical therapy. Got to go back to physical therapy tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Getting another rub down on the shoulders, back of the neck. Doctor's really getting all that tension out of the back of the neck and the shoulders. Doing exercises and such for about a good hour and a half. I'll be in physical therapy for 6 weeks. Bio Monday's night version seems to be working out much better for me. I have all day to take care of my business, keeping up the apartment, paying the bills, going on errands, coming back home and actually relaxing and putting on a show at 9 o'clock Eastern, back on schedule. Thank y'all for showing up. Again, much love to the fullest. Someone put a 1 or a 2 in the comments if you can hear music in the background. Put a 1 if you can hear music in the background, or 2 if you can't. That works. If you can put a 1 for sound check, you can hear the music in the background. Or a 2 if you can't hear the music in the background. Been having technical difficulties with the sound in the background. Gators, much love to you. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it to the fullest. Hear an echo. TWP. Echo. All right, now can you hear music in the background? You can hear music in the background now. Please press 1 in the chat, or 2 if you can't. Thank you for showing up, TWP. Much love to you. Never mind headphones on, you good. 2. So, okay. Let me just, 1, thanks, Beat. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you, Gators. I know all of us have been busy. So let me go here and check the background sound. So we got it on number 10. So let's see if you can hear 20. That's usually what I have it on. So there's 20. There's background music 20. So if you can hear that, that's usually what I keep it on. My last show, the music was blasting. And I don't even know how that happened, but the music in the background was blasting the last show. So there's 20. I had it on 10. Now it's on 20. I'm sure you can hear that. I hope it's not blasting at 20. It shouldn't. So if that's all good, then give me a 1 if 20 is good. crazy. I hope you guys can hear me just fine, hear the music in the background. Bio Mondays with your host, Beat After Beat. Opening act tonight is Howard Jones, as well as Human League. Human League and Howard Jones tonight. Here on Bio Mondays, the biography and discography of bands and solo artists around the world. I really hope that background music ain't blasting on you guys. All right. Drum roll, please. Much love to the fullest. Howard Jones opening act, as well as the Human League. You can find both artists in band in my music in my description down below. I provide music videos by both artists, the Human League as well as Howard Jones. Thanks again for showing up. 16 rocking degrees here in the Motor City. Again, it's going to be 3 degrees tonight. So there you go. All right. Good to see you, everybody, again. I think I took the whole week off last week. Been really busy with physical therapy. Feeling a little bit better. I got to go back tomorrow at 10 o'clock for more exercise and rub downs. Hope everyone can hear me okay again. Ten minutes into the show. How's the music in the background going, guys? Can you hear me okay? And I'm just listening, but I will be back and hear you good. Okay, but is the music in the background, the StreamYard music, is that blasting? I don't want it to blast. Yeah, but how about the music in the background? Gator? Anybody? How's that music in the background? I don't want it blasting. Last show I did, it was blasting. I always review my shows, and my last show was just blasting music. It's good, not blasting. Thank you so much, Gator. It was StreamYard is messing up. Anyway, here we go. Thanks again for finding time, Gators, to come see Beat After Beat. It's a little light, but no problem. A little light, okay. That's what I like. That's what I like. I like I got it set on 20. For some reason, last show again, I had it on 20, but it was blasting. And then I moved it to 10. I figured 10 would be good for you guys. But anyway, as long as it's not interrupting you guys, as long as you can hear me, as long as that music is not blasting, then we're all good. Bio Mondaze, Howard Jones, up front and center tonight. Bio Mondaze night version, 9 p.m. Eastern. Howard Jones, a defining figure of mid-'80s synth pop who racked up hits with clever hooks and the cheery optimism of classic singer-songwriters. Active 1980s to 2020s, born February 23, 1955 in Southampton, England. Howard Jones. Pop rock, new wave, synth pop, contemporary pop rock, punk, new wave, dance rock. That is Howard Jones. One of the defining figures of the mid-'80s synth pop, Howard Jones merged the technology-intensive sound of new wave with the cheery optimism of hippies and late '60s pop. A native of Southampton, England, Howard Jones learned how to play piano at the age of 7. By the time he was a teenager, his family had relocated to Canada, which is where he joined his first band, a progressive rock group called Warrior. Eventually, Jones moved back to England, where he played in a number of different groups. In the mid-'70s, he enrolled in the Royal Northern College of Music. After he dropped out, he played with a variety of Southampton jazz and funk bands. Eventually, Jones began performing as a solo artist with synthesizers and drum machines. For these one-man band concerts, Howard Jones had a named Jet Hole perform. After a few years of solo performing, Howard Jones attracted the attention of John Peel. John Peel is a old school engineer, producer. John Peel Sessions, look up John Peel Sessions, who offered the keyboardist a BBC session. Soon, Howard Jones was opening for new wave synth pop acts across England. By 1983, he had signed to WGA in England, and in Europe. In America, he signed to Elektra. Howard Jones released his first single, New Song, which is down below in my description, his video, New Song, in England in the fall of 1983, and it became a big hit, peaking at number 3. His second single, What Is Love, was released a few months later, and it reached number 2. Human Lib, Howard Jones' debut album, was released in the spring of 1984 and quickly rose to number 1 in England. Thanks to repeated exposure on MTV, the album became a moderate hit in the US. Later, in 1984, New Song and What Is Love became American top 40 hits, while Pearl in the Shell became the third British top 10 single. In 1985, Howard Jones faced pull out of his live show, formed a touring band, and released his second album, Dream into Action. The second, the second became the most successful, reaching number 10 and going platinum in the US, spawning the hit singles "Things Can Only Get Better," "Like to Get You Know," "Like to Get You Know," "Like to Get You Know You Well." Sorry, "Like to Get to Know You Well." Thank you. "Life in One Day," and "Look Mama." In the spring of 1986, he released "Action Replay," an EP of remixes that featured a new version of "No One Is to Blame" from Dream into Action. "No One Is to Blame" became Howard Jones' biggest US hit, peaking at number 4. The relatively weaker chart placement of number 16 in the UK was indecisive of his future in England. The next single, "You Know I Love You, Don't You," taken from the third album, "One on One" or "One to One," became his last British top 40 hit. Howard Jones released the fourth album, "Cross That Line," in the spring of 1989. The first single from the album, "Everlasting Love," became a number 1 adult contemporary hit in America, reaching number 12 in the pop charts. However, the album stalled at number 65. Howard Jones returned 3 years later with "In the Beginning," a set that saw him abandoning synthesizers for piano. The album didn't make the charts following the release of "The Best of Howard Jones" in 1993. Elektra Records dropped him. Instead of seeking a new record contract with another major label, Howard Jones hit the road in 1994, performing acoustic shows. At the 1994 shows, he sold "Working in the Back Room," an album he recorded at his first studio and released it in his own label. Detox Records at his concerts. For the next 2 years, Howard Jones continually toured America and Europe. In 1996, he released Live Acoustic America in PGM Records. People followed 2 years later. 3 live albums, 2000's Platform 101, 2011's Platform 101, and 2002's The Peaceful Tour was released before 2005's Revolution of the Heart offered fans some new material. Howard Jones stripped down to piano and strings for his 2009 album, Ordinary Heroes. He toured his first 2 albums, Human Live and Dream into Action, in April 2012, then returned to synth for 2013's Engage. At the end of 2018, Cherry Red released deluxe editions of Human Live and Dream into Action. His 13th album, Transform, saw releases in 2019. There you have it, the brief biography of Howard Jones, the opening act today here on Beat After Beat Bio Mondays. Thank you all for showing up. 22 minutes into the show. By the way, I have a eye appointment. Unfortunately, I have to wait till May 1st for this eye appointment. I will be getting reading glasses. You will see Beat After Beat in May with reading glasses. So I apologize if I'm kind of messing up things, reading this stuff to you guys. I really can't see too well. So I did make an appointment to see an eye doctor. Unfortunately, it's May 1st. But there on out, you'll be seeing me just reading right through this stuff with no struggles at all. Apparently, I need reading glasses. So here we go, the biography of Howard Jones. TWP's still in the house. Much love. Popcorn, hello. How are you, sir? We got Gator and Popcorn in the house. Thank y'all for showing up. The discography of Howard Jones, 1984's Human Live on Elektra Records, 4.5 stars. 1985's Dream Into Action, Elektra Records, 4 stars. 1986, 1 to 1 on Elektra Records, 2 stars. 1989's Cross That Line on Elektra Records, 2.5 stars. 1990, In the Running on Elektra, 2 stars. 1994's Working in the Back Room on Detox Records, no stars. 1996 Live Acoustic America on Pump Records, 3 stars. 1997's Angels and Lovers on Canyon International, 2.5 stars. 1998's People (2001's Perform 100 on BMG Records, no stars. 2001's Perform 101 again, Part 2. 2004 Live Peaceful Tour on Going for a Song Records, no stars. 2005 Revolution of the Heart on Much Music, 2 stars. 2010's Ordinary Heroes on 2.5 stars. 2012 Live in Brecken's Head, no stars. 2012 Piano Solos for Friends and Loved Ones, Volume 1. 2012's Piano Solo for Friends and Loved Ones, Volume 2. 2019 Transform. 2022 Live at the Union Chapel. 2022's Dialogue. And last but not least, somewhere between 2002 and now, Howard Jones released the album Engage. So there you have it, the discography of Howard Jones. You can find a couple of music videos down below in the description box. Much love to the fullest. We got Gator and Popcorn in the house. Much love to you guys. Appreciate the love to the fullest. Headliner tonight on Bio Mondaze night version, 9 o'clock Eastern, here at Beat After Beat. Human League. You can find a couple of videos by them in the description down below. They are the headliner tonight. 28 minutes into the show. Thank you so much. Always a big crowd here at Beat After Beat. Always a big crowd. All right, moving right along here. Tonight's headliner is the Human League. I'm probably going to be reading so much better once I get my eyeglasses. I'm really trying hard. I appreciate the love. But I already made an appointment to see an eye doctor. Unfortunately, I have to wait till May 1st. To see an eye doctor. You'll be seeing Beat After Beat with glasses officially in May. Unfortunately, gotta wait till then. Wildlife Wanda, how are you? Much love. Margie TV. All the way from the Philippines. Go check out Margie TV. That girl knows how to eat. She can eat. Go check her out in the Philippines. Margie TV, an old friend of mine. Yeah, she can eat. She definitely can eat. Gators, you're doing okay. I can do better though, Gator. I need reading glasses. I need glasses. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Probably has something to do with me getting old. Probably has something to do with me having type 2 diabetes. Those are the two factors. Doing the best I can. Thank y'all for the love. I appreciate all the company to the fullest. 16 rocking degrees here in the Motor City. It's supposed to get down to 3 degrees later on tonight. 3 degrees here in Southeast Michigan tonight. 3 degrees. Pink Wave. Hopefully I can do better on the Human League in the reading. So let's go there, guys. Yeah. Here we go. 6 people in the house. Tonight's headliner is the Human League, a biography, discography of Don't You Want Me. You can find a couple of music videos by the Human League down below, as well as the opening act tonight, Howard Jones, a brilliant, brilliant keyboardist, synthesizerist, whatever you call him. Uh, Howard Jones is a genius. He ranks up there with Thomas Dolby. If you ever heard of Thomas Dolby, She Blinded Me with Science. Thomas Dolby and Howard Jones probably they're geniuses. They, by the way, Thomas Dolby, in case you didn't know, Thomas Dolby invented the Dolby sound system. So if you remember Dolby sound system in your stereos back in the 80s, 90s, and you've seen that stereo that you have says Dolby sound system. Well, Thomas Dolby invented that. So there you go. There's a little history on your Dolby sound system. Thomas Dolby invented it. But I swear, Howard Jones and Thomas Dolby, I mean, if they were at it on stage, I don't, it would be an all-out war. They had Thomas Dolby, Howard Jones, Howard Jones versus Thomas Dolby. I really don't know who would win that. They're both unbelievable pianists, keyboardists, geniuses. Stop the chat here. So yeah, you can thank Thomas Dolby for inventing your Dolby sound system on your stereos. He's the one that did it. I believe it's also called Dolby Laboratories. Yeah, Dolby Laboratories, I believe, incorporated Dolby sound system. Thomas Dolby invented that. (*) 35 minutes into the show, we just covered the opening act, Howard Jones, biography, discography, and now we're on the Human League. Early British synth specialist and latter a co-ed pop act who scored a number of hits in the 80s. Active 1970s to 2010s. Formed in 1977 in Sheffield, England, the Human League. 1977, pop rock, new romantic, new wave, synth pop, alternative, indie rock, dance pop, punk, new wave, contemporary pop rock, dance rock, and futuristic rock. Also known as the League or the League Unlimited Orchestra. Human League is also known as the League or the League Unlimited Orchestra. Group members: Philip Oakley, Joanne Cathrall, Susan Sully, Adrian Wright, Joe Callis, Ian Burden, Ian Craig Marsh, Jim Russell, and Marilyn Wayne is the Human League. Synth pop's first international superstars, the Human League, were among the earliest and most innovative bands to break into the pop mainstream. On a wave of synthesizers and electronic rhythms, their marriage of infectious melodies and state-of-the-art technologies proving enormously influential on country's countless acts following in their wake. The group was formed in Sheffield, England in 1977 by synth players Marilyn Ware and Ian Marsh, who'd previously teamed as the duo Dead Daughters. Following a brief tenure as The Future, a period during which they added and lost synthesizer player Addie Newton and enlisted vocalist Philip Oakley. They reinstated themselves the Human League. The trio recorded a demo and played their first live dates. The slide presentations of director of visuals Adrian Wright quickly became a very component of their performance. After they signed with the indie label Fast, the Human League issued their first single, Being Boiled, in 1978, a minor underground hit. It was followed by a tour in support of Sushi and the Banshees. After a 1979 EP instrumental, The Dignity of Labor, the group released its first full-length effort, Reproduction. A dark, dense work influenced largely by Kraftwerk, Travelogue followed the next year and reached the UK top 20. Still, internal tensions forced Ware and Marsh to quit the group in late 1980, at which time they formed Heaven 17. Their departure forced Wright to learn to play the synthesizer. At the same time, Oakley recruited bassist Ian Burden, as well as a pair of teenagers, Susan Sully and Joanne Cathrell, to handle additional vocal duties. The first single from the revamped Human League 1981's Boys and Girls reached the British top 50, recorded with producer Martin Rushent. The sticker follow-up, Sound of the Crowd, fell just shy of the top 10. The next single, Love Action, reached number 3, and after adding recording, having a hard time reading. And after adding X Rosello Jarkelis, the league issued Open Your Heart, another hit, Open Your Heart. Still, their true breakthrough was Don't You Want Me, the classic single, as well as parent album Dare. Both topped their retrospective charts in England and went on to become major hits in the US as well. A tour of the States followed by new music was externally slow and forthcoming. I don't think I can do this, people. I don't think I can read all this. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. I can't enlarge my notes at all. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I made a doctor's appointment for May 1st is the latest, earliest they can get me. Um, May 1st is the earliest I can get in to see an eye doctor. This is embarrassing. I can't read. I can't read this. I can't see. Can't see. Let's try to go on to the discography, if I can do that at least. What a bum deal. What a bum deal. Y'all can leave if you want. Beat after beat can't read. Y'all can just tell everybody I can't read. Can't read. Can't see. I can't even see the when I'm driving. I can't even see the street lights very well, actually. How embarrassing. Beat after beat needs glasses, everybody. I can hear it now. Yeah. You can find a couple music videos by the Human League in my description down below. I don't even know how I put that yet together without me seeing anything. Let me go down and try to see what I'm seeing here. What did I miss? I don't blame you, man. It's okay. You don't have to. Bill Hull, much love. Beat after beat can't read, everybody. PPR face red, heart shaped. I already called the newspaper. What? No way. Let's chat. PPR. I built a model car for my boss and found out I can no longer see. Oh my god. I've had glasses for years, and we're the same age. Don't be hard on yourself. It's just embarrassing. I can't even read my own notes, and I can't enlarge them. There's no way. I'm trying to enlarge. I can't do it. Can't enlarge anything. 47 minutes into the show. I'm not gonna rush this. Well, you know what I could get is I could get magnifying glass. I could get a magnifying glass until May 1st. I could get a magnifying glass. That's a good idea. All right. Thanks for bearing with me here. BEATAFTERBEAT cannot see it all. 1979's reproduction on Caroline Records, 3 stars. This is the Human League biography, discography. 1980's Travelogue on Caroline Records, 2.5 stars. 1981's Dare, which has Don't You Want Me track on there. Dare in 1981 on Caroline A&M Records, 5 stars. 1984's Hysteria on Caroline Records, 2.5 stars. 1986 Crash on Caroline Records, 3 stars. 1990's Romantic on Universal Version Records, 2 stars. 1995's Octopus on East West Records, 3 stars. 2001's Secrets on RCA Records, 3 stars. 2011's Credo, Credo, on the Wall of Sound Records, 3.5 stars, 2.5 stars. That is pretty much it. The latest album by Human League was 2011, and the album's called Credo. There you have it, on the biography, discography of the Human League. We just lift up smoke at the same exact time. Synchronicities, still hold. Synchronicities. Magnifying glass. I don't know if I'm nearsighted, farsighted. I'm all-sighted. Literally, our lighters were in unison. Right on. Yep, you can find that video down below. BEATAFTERBEAT provides everyone music videos now in his Bio Mondaze. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I'm supposed to be your infotainment, right? I was going to present that all to you tonight. BEATAFTERBEAT, your infotainment center. I can't even read the info, much less call myself the infotainment channel. How am I supposed to come up? I came up with that last couple of days. I think I'll call myself the infotainment channel. Well, at first I better get reading glasses before I even think about calling myself an infotainment channel. Thanks for having us face red heart shape. Your infotainment channel. Yeah. Let's try to go back to the biography of the Human League. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep good tonight without, not feeling I'm doing a half-assed job for everyone. I do have music news for you, and this regards Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was just recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well, Dolly Parton, as we all know, she's a country singer. She's never come out with a rock and roll album before. So, apparently, Simon Le Bon, the lead singer of Duran Duran, Simon Le Bon, is going to be on Dolly Parton's upcoming rock album. He's going to have, um, he's going to be doing a song with Dolly Parton. Duran Duran meets Dolly Parton. Duran Duran meets Dolly Parton. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she's a country singer. So now she has to come out with a rock album. So Dolly Parton's coming out with a rock album, along with Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran. Going to be doing a new song or song. Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran will be on the next Dolly Parton album. Yes, yep, yep. That's the hot off the press. Um, or should be, yeah. That's the latest news. Really, the only really positive news I've heard recently in the music industry. Um, Dolly Parton's coming out with her first rock album, and Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran will be on one of her tracks. So there you go. You can't be in the Hot Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a country singer or a jazz player or a blues. You got to be rock and roll. So I don't even know how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted Dolly Parton into their. It doesn't make sense how she got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now she has to come out with a rock album. So there you go. There's the latest news. There's a few people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that don't belong there. Yeah. Yeah. Duran Duran was inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Eurythmics, they were inducted recently. Yeah, I agree with you, Dale Hall. I agree. I agree. Yeah, the Eurythmics also was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But as a Duranie here, um, going 40 years of some people like the Stones, some people like the Beatles. I like Duran Duran. Um, I first discovered them when I was 12 or 13, 1981. And 40 years strong with Duran Duran. Yep, 40 years, 40 plus years. From 1981 till present. Duran Duran. I'll never be there. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all go to my community page, you'll see in my little side project I do the little I don't know, throw a little salt and pepper at everybody. Just in my community, you're always going to see once a Duranie, always a Duranie, 1981 to present. So I'm always throwing rare music videos of Duran Duran, throwing them at you in my community page. You'll catch a lot of that going on over there. Um, but yeah, hot off the press, Simon Le Bon and Duran Duran and Dolly Parton coming out with a rock album. Yep. So enough of that. Let's try to finish off this Human League deal here. My mom, she was a big Beatles fan. She loved the Beatles. Um, you know, some people love Pink Floyd. Some people love the Stones. You know, I grew up on Duran Duran. Just plain and simple. Oh, brother, here we go. The Human League. Thanks for sticking around. 57 minutes into the show. 14 rocking degrees here in the Motor City. Going to be 3 degrees tonight. 3 degrees here in the Motor City. All right. Wish y'all could read this stuff for me. So let's start off a little bit fresh. Let's pick up somewhere. So here we go again. Going blurred. So let's see. So Open Your Heart was one of their songs on the Dare album. Another hit still. Their true breakthrough was Don't You Want Me. The classic single as well as parent album Dare both topped the retrospective charts in England and went on to become major hits in the U.S. as well as tours of the States. Followed by new music was extremely slow and forthcoming. After a Rushman remix disc, Love and Dancing, the Human League finally issued 1983's Fascination EP and scored a pair of hits with Mirror Man and Keep Feeling Fascination. You can find Keep Feeling Fascination in my description box below that video. The much anticipated full length Hysteria finally surfaced in mid 1984, heralding a more forceful sound than earlier Human League releases. The record failed to match the massive success of Dare, however, with the single The Lebanon earning insufficient airplay, the group soon went on to indefinite hiatus, and Oakley recorded a 1985 solo LP with famed producer Giorgio Moroder, titled simply Philip Oakley and Giorgio Moroder. To the surprise of many, the Human League resurfaced in 1986 with Crash, produced by the duo of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. The plaintive lead single, Human, I'm Only Human, soon topped the US charts, but the group didn't capitalize on the comeback success and disappeared from the charts for the remainder of the decade. So right after Human League came out with 1986's Crash album and the hit single Human, disappeared for a decade. When the Human League finally returned in 1990 with Romantic, their commercial momentum had again dissipated. The single Heart Like a Wheel barely managed to rise in the rise into the top 40 The second was the band's last with longtime label Virgin Records. As a trio consisting of Oakley and Sadley and Cathro, they ultimately signed with East West label and teamed up with producer Ian Stanley for 1995's Octopus. The album went largely unnoticed both at home and overseas, with the single Stay With Me Tonight issued solely in the UK. We're almost done here, struggling. A resurgent interest in synth pop and post-punk during the early 2000s enabled the group's 2001 album Secrets, which saw the group update to early sound, considerable press coverage in 2002. Previously unreleased recordings of The Future and in Human League were compiled to the Golden Hour of the Future. Steady touring continued for several years, as documented on the Live at the Dome. Additionally, there were performances of Dare in its entirety in a Steel City tour with Heaven 17 and fellow Sheffield natives ABC. The Human League remained connected to their local roots in the studio as well. Credo, one of their Human League's albums, released in 2011, was produced by fellow Sheffield natives Monster, another album by Human League. So Credo in 2011, and then Monster, their next album, somewhere in that timeline. The career-spanning anthology, A Very British Synthesizer Group, was issued 5 years later, promoted with performance dates across Europe. There you go. There's a biography, as best as I could read it to you. The discography of the Human League. See what else I can try to make up for my struggling reading here. Yeah, you'll find all those goodies in my community page. You always, on the daily, I'm just throwing you guys Duran Duran videos on the daily in the community page. All bands are hit and hiss and or miss. I hate that radio stations just play certain songs from great bands, and the bands have way better songs the radio idiots won't play. Yeah, it's all corporate, Dill. It's the music industry is all corporate. All right, it's corporate. You know, there's a ton of B-sides of Duran Duran throughout the decades that should have been number one hits. B-sides of Duran Duran that are just incredible, incredible songs that never made it up front. So, yeah, I agree. Exactly. Wanda agrees too. Yep. I'm writing this stuff down. Gonna explore later. Well done. Eyes pink, heart shaped. I don't know what that means. Is that something cool? What you writing down, Dale? What you writing down? What you writing down? I have to listen to the same garbage every day. I hope it's not elevator music. Um, I couldn't imagine working in a collision shop listening to elevator music. Um, but see, that's what happens when you become the CEO of Beat After Beat. You're your own boss. You can listen to whatever you want to do at work. I'm taking notes on the Human League. Now, I never saw them in concert, but I remember a friend of mine and I from high school. The Human League were playing at the Royal Oak Music Theater in Royal Oak, Michigan. Um, they were playing at the Royal Oak Music Theater in 1985. I think it was 85. And so we went around the back. Me and my friend, we went around the back of the Royal Oak Music Theater, and Human League's bus was there in 1985. The Human League's bus was the tour bus was parked on the side of the Royal Oak Music Theater, and we're all just like Duran Duran rocks. You guys suck ass. Human League sucks, and we're all like Duran Duran rules. Going across, walking across their tour bus. It was just funny. It was just something stupid we did. But that's the closest I ever came. Um, I came pretty close to the Human League when their tour bus and their bus manager was yelling at us, "Get away from here, you creeps!" They're just crazy. That's the closest I ever came to the Human League was their tour bus. No, it's classic rock. But if I have to hear Bon Jovi one more time, I'm gonna smash the radio. Yeah, I'll smash it with you. I'm glad I'm not doing a show on Bon Jovi. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, Bon Jovi. I don't know. So we all know that B after B needs glasses, reading glasses. We all know that. Official today. Uh, Unfortunately, I have to wait till May 1st to see an eye doctor. Three people in the house, an hour and 11 minutes into the show. Thank y'all for showing up, struggling. It's my reading. Once I start wearing glasses, I'll be able to zip right through this stuff. I'll be able to get right through the stuff with glasses. But in the meantime, I'll um, look into a magnifying glass. Beat After Beat uses a magnifying glass to do his shows. He also wears yellow underwear. Maybe. I mean, so what if I wear yellow underwear? I used to wear pink socks in high school. Come on. Where I drink more Coke than cigarettes. There you go. Put a little Coke in your Jack there. Anyway, boy, do you ever forget the Coke? Just slam bottles of whiskey. They have reading glasses at the store. Yeah, I don't. I need prescription glasses. I need prescription glasses. Yep. Now I'm sorry to put you through all this hell tonight. I really am, guys. I'm really sorry to put you through all this hell. But y'all can, take your clips of me reading and stuttering and and clip those pieces of this show and make it go viral. Beat after beat needs glasses, everybody. Look at them struggle. Didn't take that long. So the Human League, as we all know, they're new wave, they're new romantic. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Prescription, yeah, prescription glasses. Yep, yep, that's what I need. That's what I need. So I can wrap up this show with. By the way, I got to go to physical therapy tomorrow. Again, I am in physical therapy for 6 weeks. Um, Getting a lot of rub downs on my shoulders and the back of my neck, and getting exercise, working out for about an hour and a half at the physical therapist. Um, I am feeling better in the back of my neck, my shoulders. I am feeling a bit better. Now I got to get reading glasses. Doing well, doing well. Just doing all kinds of lifting, and riding the treadmill, and not the treadmill, the bicycle. I got this big red rubber ball that I have to play around with. Um, Physical therapy for my back and shoulders, for my shoulders and my neck, for strictly the back of my neck. Um, Feeling a bit better. Um, Back on the 9 o'clock slot, 9 p.m. Eastern. Got more things to do throughout the day and actually get things done. And then once I get ready for my show, I settle down. I can settle down now, relax, and do my show at 9 o'clock. And then go to bed at a decent time, and then get plenty of rest, and then be up and at 'em the next morning and take care of business. And I know I did the 12 o'clock shows for what, 10 months? 10 months straight. I did the 12 o'clock Eastern time for like 10 months. That was really stressing me out, getting in the way of my daily duties and not taking care of myself properly and then you guys on your lunch break would come see me, so I would interrupt your lunch breaks at 12 o'clock. And I greatly appreciate you guys taking breaks and taking your lunch breaks to watch me. I mean, that's actually what was happening for 10 months. Everybody was coming over to see me at 12 o'clock. while they're eating Taco Bell or whatever. And I just didn't like that. I'm back on the 9 o'clock. I ain't never going back to noon anymore. Don't want to do that ever again. So now I'm going through the cycle of my daily activities and my nighttime with you guys. And then once I shut this down, I may grab a little something to eat and go to bed at a decent time and get my 8 to 10 hours of sleep. So now I'm back in the cycle, the life cycle, my life cycle. And it's starting to work. I can feel it. I can feel that. Good to hear. I hate it when my lunch break gets interrupted. Yeah, I didn't like that. I did that for 10 months straight. You guys know that. You guys been here long enough to know I've been doing the 12 o'clock shows for 10 months. And boy, oh boy, just to come see me on your lunch break. Man. So I know some wonderful people, I tell you. I know wonderful people here. Some really nice people. But again, we're going to finish off with the Human League. I'm not done with them yet. Human League were New Wave. They were British New Wave, the second wave, the British New Wave. They were New Romantics. And so here's some artists that were similar to the sounds of Human League. So similar to the Human League would be ABC, Duran Duran, OMD, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Spandau Ballet, John Fox of Ultravox, Adamant, China Crisis, Erasure, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Mark Allman of Soft Cell, Simple Minds, Thomas Dolby, Yellow, Thompson Twins, Ace of Base, Sparks, Bronski Beat, Gary Newman, Soft Cell, Black Seagulls, Ultravox, Arcadia of Duran Duran, side project back in the mid 80s. Arcadia consisted of Simon Le Bon, Nick Rhodes, and Roger Taylor. They put together Arcadia while John Taylor and Andy Taylor went off and did Power Station Project. So Arcadia, Depeche Mode, Kajagoogoo. By the way, speaking of Kajagoogoo, Too Shy, Nick Rhodes, the keyboardist for Duran Duran, discovered Kajagoogoo and got them a record deal. So if it wasn't for Nick Rhodes of Duran Duran, Kajagoogoo would have never existed. Level 42, Naked Eyes, Scritti Politti, The Art of Noise, Alison Moyet. Alison Moyet is the singer for Yaz, Aha, Animotion, Dead or Alive. So those are all the bands that are similar to the Human League. So there you go. I'm going to leave it as that. Yeah, Christopher Cross. What was that? New York City? Was that Christopher Cross, New York City? Kinda. So Kale's in the house. Much love. Hello, Wild, Wanda, and Joho. Thank you for showing up, SoCal. another old friend of mine from California. We go back what? What's go back what? 6 years, 5 or 6 years. SoCal. Yeah, I've known SoCal for about 5 or 6 years. Um, Memory lane. Yeah, he's in that area. Can you guys hear music in the background by any chance? Can you hear a soft melody in the background of this show? Yeah, pretty long. I think 2017, 2017, 18. SoCal. SoCal's an awesome dude. I'm not writing another one just yet. Good, good. Okay, thank you, SoCal. Yeah. Last show it was blasting for some reason. Been having some trouble with StreamYard. Um, the last show I put on, the music was just blasting because I always review every show that I do. Thank you, Dale. For some reason, it was blasting last show, and I review all my shows. So after I'm done with this, I'll go back and check it out and check everything out and see what I can do better at. And, well, we all know I need to read better, so that's for sure, and that's not a laughing matter. Uh, we all know I need to take care of my eyes. That about wraps it up. It's an hour and 24 minutes into the show. That's StreamYard music. That's not my music. That's not my music. What is this hand pink waving? Does anybody know what that means? What is the pink hand waving? Does that mean something? Yeah, Jill, you got to check out Margie. Her and I go back with SoCal, and Margie TV. We go back to 2017. So Margie's out in the Philippines, and she busts her ass with videos every day, and she can eat. That girl can eat. You think you can down a fifth of whiskey? She could down a slab of ribs faster than you can drink that whiskey. That girl can eat. Check her out, Jill. Everybody, Margie TV. So good to hang out with you guys for a little bit. I know I was off the whole week last week. Couldn't find time to do my research, and because I was so busy with the physical therapist. Hand pink wave. I don't know what that means. Does it mean anything? I subbed and I already see food. Yeah. there, she can eat and she can cook. I mean, the real deal cook. Not no fast food. I don't think I ever seen her eat fast food before. Maybe KFC. I think there's a KFC in the Philippines. I think she had KFC once or twice. Margie TV, I only have one cooking video, but you're welcome to steal my recipes and call your own. Some pizza. Man, this girl can throw down and eat. She can throw down. So check her out. Everybody give each other some love. Um, just chatting with you guys for a little bit. It's 10:30 here in Michigan. Not too bad. See, I'll put on an hour and a half show, and it's 10:30 now. And so if I would get off of here now, I'd grab myself something little to eat, take my muscle relaxer. Oh yes, by the way, I am on muscle relaxers for my back, my neck. I'm on muscle relaxers. So I'll do that, grab something little to eat, take my muscle relaxer, and have a good night's sleep and be ready for tomorrow. So I'm back in the cycle. Everyday living, waking up, everyday living, taking care of the bills, the apartment, the necessary things, doing my research. I do my research on my days off when I don't show up here. If you don't see me like during the week, I'm usually caught up in my research and my presentation, and make sure everything is good to go when I go live. I was kind of wanting to check Wanda out first. Sorry, I had a phone call. That was Dill's Pizza. Sorry about that, Wanda. That was Dill's Pizza. Your pizza's ready, Dill. Positive energy your way. Thank you so much. Well, we know how to fix the crown. Get some magnifying glasses. But man, that's going to be something. That's going to be embarrassing. Holding a magnifying glass while reading my own notes. I can't even read my own notes. But I have to wait till May 1st, so to get prescription glasses. Oh, Al ordered the pizza. Okay. Love pizza. Thank you for sticking around, everybody. Just chatting, hanging out with you guys for a bit. Show's considered to be done. I'm going to take off that. Bio Mondaze. I'll be here Wednesday night. I'll be here for Red Light District, 9 o'clock Eastern. Vintage Beat After Beat, going back 3 to 5 years. Got a couple of shows, a couple of vintage shows coming up at you guys. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Red Light District, rare and vintage Beat After Beat. Never seen before by any of you guys. And of course, Red Light District is also going to be a double shot of Red Light District, 3 to 5 years, vintage beat, 9 p.m. Eastern, double shot of aka the Red Light District, Beat After Beat. Good to see you, Al. Who's paying? Yeah, Dill, I thought. One, I thought right. See you on the next one, y'all. See ya. I'll be backstage. I'm always backstage on Red Light District. Um, you can catch me backstage for my show, 9 p.m. Eastern this Wednesday. I believe I have my flyers out for that show. I'm always backstage. I'm not front and center. Who's with us? Yeah, see y'all. Much love. Thanks for sticking around so long. Everyone, and Beat After Beat. I guess I'm out. Much love. This is Bio Mondaze night version, a Beat After Beat presentation. Roadhog, Kenna, much love. See y'all backstage Wednesday, Red Light District. Gotta go to physical therapy tomorrow, people. Much love. Dill, Road, TP, TWP, Wildlife Wanda, SoCal, PPR, everyone in the chat, all my mods out there, thanks for holding it down. Appreciate everyone to the fullest. Take care. Good night. Good night. All right.